So, just one day after his surprise appearance on Capitol Hill, Hunter Biden is set to be arraigned in California today on federal tax charges. He was indicted on 9 felony and misdemeanor tax-related offenses last month. The president's son is accused of spending, quote, millions of dollars on an extravagant lifestyle rather than paying his tax bills. Biden is expected to plead not guilty. I want to bring in CBS News senior investigative correspondent Catherine Herridge to talk more about this. So, yeah, he was in D.C. yesterday. Now he's back in California. What are we expecting today?
Well, good morning, Anne-Marie, and good to be with you outside this extremely windy and somewhat noisy courthouse here in Los Angeles. What we're expecting this morning ought to be pretty straightforward, but in this case, you always have to expect the unexpected. Typically, what we would see in this initial appearance is a reading of the charges, making sure the defendant, in this case the president's son, understands the charges, and then he would be asked to enter a plea. He could do that himself, or it could be done on his behalf by his attorneys. What stands out today is that the federal judge, it will be the first time he's meeting with both the government and the defense team, so it will be a chance to talk through the timeline of the case, some of the filings, and even potentially a trial date, Anne-Marie.
So people are going to know or would have heard about the Delaware case. How does this case compare to the other legal challenges that he's facing?
Well, legal experts have told CBS News that having reviewed the 56-page indictment here in Los Angeles, that the tax case really stands out. It's a case, as you mentioned, with the 9 charges, 6 misdemeanors, failure to file, failure to pay, as well as the 3 felony counts, including allegations of tax evasion. These experts said this indictment does appear to leave the door open to a superseding indictment. That means additional charges in the future that could involve allegations of violating foreign lobbying laws. So they see this as a much more significant prosecution as compared to the Delaware, which is the felony gun possession allegations that he obtained and owned a firearm while being a drug user in 2018. And then there's sort of the wild card, which is a potential contempt of Congress charge.
Mm-hmm. And what is the strategy for Hunter Biden's legal team?
Well, Hunter Biden's legal team has taken a very aggressive, forward-leaning posture. I think the best example of that is the surprise appearance on Capitol Hill yesterday. They've been arguing in Delaware that they believe this is a selective, what they call a vindictive prosecution. Also, that this plea agreement that collapsed last summer, that was for 2 misdemeanors and then a diversion program for the gun. Parts of that, they say, are still intact. That, of course, is disputed by the government that has since brought the felony charges in Delaware and then also this case here in Los Angeles.
Yeah, that's a really interesting observation, Catherine. You've certainly seen a kind of a pivot where Hunter Biden and his legal team seem to be taking their argument to the media, to the people, whereas before they had seemed to be, they were basically quite mum about everything. So, yeah, we're seeing a different approach. We'll see if it works. Catherine, thank you.